family, and to friends, and to new people that we hope to become friends with. My name is Sandy, and I was asked to speak on behalf of the Friends of Bear in this land, really, beyond Esquimalt, beyond Saanich, up into beyond the Malahat, to Vancouver. People have come to honor him. This is a good day. We didn't plan this, but this is the time when tribal journeys are occurring, when canoes are traveling from territory to territory. And Bear was a carver of canoes. And so it's a wonderful coincidence that we're here today, while those canoes are traveling and being welcomed peacefully. This is with gratitude that we are here. Gratitude that the people who have cared for this land for millennia, people who Bear comes from. His family has been here for thousands of years. We can actually say that. And we welcome his family here today. And we're proud to stand with you, to stand and hold you up as you remember Bear. Bear shared his name with us, Xekineken. Not an easy name to say, but we tried to call him by his name, Xekineken. Perhaps his family will teach us today even a better way to say it. Uncle Dan's name, Xekineken, would help us with that as well, is here. This is a good place we're in. The name of this place is Xekinalt. Can you say it? Xekinalt. And it means unity in the, I believe it's the Hamalkam language, Alkamenam language. One mind, one spirit, one soul. And so this place is a perfect place for us to be meeting and honoring Bear. Bear wanted to carve a canoe, and he wanted people from lands across the earth to paddle that canoe. That was a dream he had. We're here for a good reason, and that is to speak his name, Xekineken, and to speak of our affection for him. And to remember what we learned from him, Haichka Sierra. He always was trying to teach us his language. And I remember sitting in consultation with him in our Bahá'í community, and when he would speak in his language, I would have this image of those sound waves that had gone out over this land, that language, not English, that language, those sounds that had gone out over this land, through the trees, over the water, for thousands of years. And I was so grateful to hear him speak his language. And he was so proud of having been taught by his father and by his family to carry that language forward to today. So we're here for those reasons, to remember what he taught us, and perhaps to rededicate ourselves to those things that mattered to him. Xekinalt, unity and diversity. Now friends, as a representative for your hosts, I have to tell you something, and that is that we take it very seriously as hosts to offer hospitality to you. And a very big part of that to you, to your family, and to us in the Bahá'í community is to offer you a beautiful place and to offer you food. But we've been put under very strict restrictions by the college, and so we're only able to offer you the humblest of drinks, things that had to be bought. So another time, we hope we can host you and feed you a meal. Later we'll have snacks. Now, we are videoing, so if there is anyone that would not like to be on the video, Core, directly across from me, is the man who is videoing, and if you just contact him, if for some reason you don't want to be in a video, you can contact Core. You always have to do these other things, like make sure your phone doesn't interrupt anything that's going to take place now, because this is a sacred time. Washrooms are this way, down this pathway behind me, in that brown brick building, if for any reason you need to go there. So I think that's all the housekeeping. And a beautiful program of music and voice, of prayers, has been prepared. We're going to hear eulogies. And I think even before we begin, Bear's Uncle Dan would like to say something. Would you like to come up here, Dan? Is that cooking? Maybe you can tell us how to say your name.
Okay, my good friends. I see we started on Indian time today. It's at 1:30. So it's 2 o'clock, but that's still okay. But I'm up here just to thank each and every one of you that are here to honor my nephew Bear. When I look back, my memories, the love I had for him, he used to phone me twice a week to let me know how he's doing. He used to phone and tell me about what he was doing, the prayer, the tradition, the words, everything fell in place. So I'm grateful and thankful for the ones for Pat that contacted me. He came out to visit me and asked me about this, if it was all right to do a celebration of life for Bear. And we sat and we talked, and I said yes. I'd be very honored, I'd be grateful if you can do that, because my nephew walked in a good way. He carried words from his dad. I know that. I listened to him. So today I'm thankful for my family that traveled with me today. It makes me feel good. It uplifts my spirit. What more can I say, my friends? That you all carry something good in your heart and your mind. That you're all in one direction, and that is a good way to be. So my friends, just these few words to let you know how I feel, where my heart is today about my nephew. I'm very grateful for that. As I go along, at 87 years old, I carry some good memories of my brother, Sam, Moses Sam, Jackie Sam, Skip Sam, Ben Sam, my sister Teresa. All that I carry in my heart and my mind. And when I come and sit with each and every one of you, it uplifts my spirit. I'm very grateful for that. There's not too much more I can say, but to give many, many thank yous to each and every one of you. For Pat, for John, for Kevin. When he phoned me, I guess it was John that phoned my nephew. When he phoned me and said he was gone, where did my heart go? I had something special for Bear, and part of it went to them. I had a picture in my bedroom, and I raised my hand to him every morning. Oh, my nephew, you're in that beautiful place. No more hurt, no more sorrow. So I'm grateful and thankful today, my friends. Thank you for making just these few words. Aista, Elena, Siena, Aista.
You know, Bear did go home, but he left his voice here in a recording. And we'd like to play that for you today. This is the prayer that he would often say in our community gatherings.
Xekineken Bear Sam, Xekineken Bear Sam to the Global Conference. Xekineken Sam to the Bahá'í Conference in Xekinekt. So this morning, I'd asked my friend Hattie to tell me she's going to represent all of GY around the whole world. And we had a discussion with her mom and Lisa about singing a song this morning, and we could have sung this song about celebration of the dam. I want to thank Mom for the dam for giving the prayer yesterday morning. And other discussions, we thought it would be appropriate to sing a song of healing for all those people that are in need of healing. The people are going through difficulties, issues, and the homeless and the people on the other side of the world. So together we're just going to sing this song. We'll all sing. Addie's going to help me. Those words, was given to me by my Uncle Barney from the Bahá'í nation in the Xekineken language. Means help me now. So that song was for everybody, not only here, from the youngest to the oldest, but for anyone who is in need of healing. The word OCM in my language, the Xekineken language, and the Xekineken language, which is the Cowichan language and the Xekineken, they go hand in hand. So OCM is a sign of respect. We use it a lot. Our language goes back since time immemorial. So you'll hear me say a lot, when we say goodbye, we say Hayak OCM. So that word OCM is a very, very powerful word of respect. We say OCM Nasiaya as family, respect for the family, just like all of us here. Just a few words in my language, and Kat's going to help me with this song. I've been praying for this song to come back to me, and it came back to me this morning. It was my late father's song. And a few words to bless the day and welcome everybody here. Xekineken Bear Sam Husseinic, East and Nemo, Hachakal, Siam to the Bahá'í, to the Rizwan, Siam to Shaya, Hachakal, Siam to Esquimalt, using Quinnesatala, Hachakal, Siam to the Hawis and Sax. This song used to be my father's song in the Sweat Lodge. So what that means, that means for everyone here today to have a strong mind and work together. And it's obvious that you are all working together with the tent and the chairs. Thanks to Vicky and Dusty for all the hard work that they did today too.
We'll follow that with a prayer by Caroline Green.
Blessed is the spot and the place
And the place and the city
and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow where mention of God hath been made, and His praise glorified, glorified, glorified. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow where mention of God hath been made, and His praise glorified, 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 and His praise glorified, 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 and His praise glorified, glorified, glorified.
O thou provider, O thou forgiver. A noble soul hath ascended unto this kingdom of reality and hastened from the mortal world of dust to the realm of everlasting glory. Exalt the station of this recently arrived guest and attire this long-standing servant with a new and wondrous home. O thou peerless Lord, grant thy forgiveness and tender care, so that this soul may be admitted into the retreats of thy mysteries and may become an intimate companion in the assemblage of splendors. Thou art the giver, the bestower, the ever-loving. Thou art the pardoner, the tender, the most powerful.
شدیده این جهان نومید مگن الحمدلله خدای مهربان داری که طبیب هر بیمار است و غمخوار هر مبتلا یتیمان است و معین بی کسان و بی نهایت مهربان اگر بدان که قلب عبدالبها چقدر مهربان البته از شدت فرح و سرور هر روز نمایی و فریاد وا توبا به اوج آسمان رسید و علیک بهاء
O Son of Man, thou art my dominion, and my dominion perisheth not. Wherefore fearest thou thy perishing? Thou art my light, and my light shall never be extinguished. Why dost thou dread extinction? Thou art my glory, and my glory fadeth not. Thou art my robe, and my robe shall never be outworn. Abide then in thy love for me, that thou mayest find me in the robe of glory. O Son of the Supreme, I have made death a messenger of joy to thee. Wherefore dost thou grieve? I made the light to shed on thee its splendor. Why dost thou veil thyself therefrom? O Son of Spirit, with the joyful tidings of light I hail thee. Rejoice, to the court of holiness I summon thee. Abide therein, that thou mayest live in peace forevermore.
O my God, verily thy servant, humbled before the majesty of thy divine supremacy, lowly at the door of thy oneness, hath believed in thee and in thy verses, hath testified to thy word, hath been enkindled with the fire of thy love, hath been immersed in the depths of the ocean of thy knowledge, hath been attracted by thy breezes, hath relied upon thee, hath turned his face to thee, hath offered his supplications to thee, and hath been assured of thy pardon and forgiveness. He hath abandoned this mortal life, and hath flown to the kingdom of immortality, yearning for the favor of meeting thee. O Lord, glorify his station. Shelter him under the pavilion of thy supreme mercy. Cause him to enter thy glorious paradise, and perpetuate his existence in thine exalted rose garden, that he may plunge into the sea of light in the world of mysteries. Verily thou art the generous, the powerful, the forgiver, and the bestower.
Now, Bill, did you want to come and speak?
Good afternoon, everyone. When the berries one of Barry's older brothers, when I heard about this, I was sure wanted to make it here this afternoon for my brother. And I want to thank everyone that came together this afternoon, taking time out of your afternoon to be here for this celebration. Thank my family. Thank my family. You know, the ones that notified us about today. You know, there's times when we make sacrifices. This weekend I was at the canoe races out in Brentwood Bay. I was participating in the canoe races. And today I had to let that go because I wanted to be here. I wanted to be here for my brother. They always say there's times when you make sacrifices for your family. And today you made time this afternoon to be here for this celebration. I want to thank you for the ones that organized today for this celebration. Truly a wonderful celebration for my brother. Now, I don't want to go too far, but I just want to thank everyone that came this afternoon to be here. Like I said, you take a time out of your afternoon to be here for the celebration. Hacha Bear Sam, Hachka.
And I'm Kat.
We're here on behalf of the Esquimalt Bahá'í community, the community that had the privilege of having Bear as a member since 2019.
I just wanted to start us off by saying I just grateful for meeting everyone. We are so grateful to have been called on the Bahá'í community of Esquimalt to share some stories from our friend Bear. What we are about to share are the thoughts and fond memories of many Baha'is of Esquimalt, Saanich, Xekineken, and beyond, and who Bear considered to be the brothers and sisters of his beautiful and vast family.
Bear just suddenly appeared in our lives and adopted us as his family. He put the time, energy, and effort into being in our lives, attending our gatherings, inviting us out to Sarlek to visit his family, invited my wife to a powwow. He put the effort to be in our family, to be our friend, and it meant a lot to us, and why we are very grateful to have been blessed with him. I myself, I'm kind of astounded that he was in my life. In my undergrad, I was actually taught about the Sam clan and about Bear's father and the declaration he signed along with other chiefs, kind of refuting the Crown's narrative around the treaties on this island. And so it kind of blew my mind that when I first moved into the Esquimalt community and Bear came into my life, he was like a figure of legend himself, and he just loved me immediately and wanted to do whatever he could to better my life. And in fact, he once wrote a very beautiful letter to my hero, John Burroughs, advocating for me to be in his educational program. And so in a very real way, my life is completely different because of Bear and for the effort and energy that he put into helping me achieve the dreams that I had. That's what I love most about Bear, is that he really manifested what I think to be one of the most important teachings of the Baha'i dispensation, that humanity is one family, and that Baha'is especially need to live our lives as if we are real family, spiritual family. Shoghi Effendi referred to us as the friends, and that we had to be friends. And I love Baha'is, but Bear, more so than most Baha'is that I've known,
really put the effort into being my friend and being my family. And Baha'is are wonderful, and I love you all, but I love Bear a little bit more, no offense taken. But we did bump heads. We definitely clashed here and there, but that's family. Family's imperfect, but beautiful in its imperfection. Again, we love him and are grateful that he was brought into our life, but which brings me to the story of what brought Bear into Esquimalt and into our lives. I heard the story from Bear, I've heard it from other people. I apologize if I get some details wrong, because there have definitely been some inconsistencies, but when many different people experience the same thing, they tend to have stories that, while mirror each other, are not perfect. We are told that Bear first engaged with the Bahá'í community in 2009 when he was asked to provide a smudging ceremony along with Robert George at a native Nauru celebration at the tribal school in Saanich. And Bear remarked on the profound feeling he experienced at that gathering, and that feeling kind of guided him eventually down a path that brought him to be a part of our family. Time would pass, and Bear kept finding himself in the orbit of Baha'is. It was like we were hiding around every corner for him. At some point, I'm told that the fire tablet was chanted on his behalf. Bear might have chanted it, it might have been a friend. I can't remember, it's been several years since I've heard this part of the story, but the fire tablet was chanted because Bear was approaching God, and the beautiful potency of that prayer was harnessed to help him on his approach to God. But not long thereafter, his house burned down. And Bear, by the time he came into my life, saw that event as being a miracle and a blessing. It might not have appeared at the moment, but he was grateful that things conspired to force him to sail adrift on the odd ocean of God's creation, a journey that eventually brought him into our lives. But even in, this is one of the lessons that I thought about in my experiences with Bear, and that is the fact that one of the lessons that our faith contemplates is that we must be grateful in tribulation and in the face of tests, and that what may seem as a curse or a tragedy can in effect be a blessing, and that it may take time to see that perspective. But Bear saw that perspective kind of right at the beginning, because when his house burned down, the first person to come upon him in that day of difficulty was a Baha'i. I'm told Jackie? Yes. All right. Baha'i from Central Saanich named Jackie. And the fire department, when they showed up, someone wanted to put him in touch with some service providers, because when your house is burned down, you don't really have everything. So they wanted to put him in touch with somebody who could get him a hold of some food, some clothing, some shelter. And so a phone was handed to him, and the voice on the other line was another Baha'i named Care. And so in this difficult day, he was just surrounded by Baha'is who came to offer their love and their support, and that moved him. And not there long thereafter, Bear declared his faith in Baha'u'llah and joined our spiritual family. Now, this reminds me of the words of Abdu'l-Baha. Tests are benefit from God, for which we should thank him. Grief and sorrow do not come to us by chance. They are sent to us by the divine mercy for our perfecting. Men who suffer not attain no perfection. The plant most pruned by the gardener is that one which, when the summer comes, will have the most beautiful blossoms and most abundant fruit. Bear would tell me the story of the fire that changed his life, and he would punctuate its harsh twists and turns with a chuckle. And by the time we knew him again, he was grateful for that ordeal and what it had brought him. Other Baha'is, such as Virgil, Natasha T.G., Peter Brimacombe, would rally around Bear in the wake of the fire and find him a new home. Eventually, he came to live in our community in Esquimalt in about 2009. Feasts, firesides, Thanksgiving dinners, soccers, saunas, and sweat lodges. The years we spent together were some of the best of my life, and we will always remember him fondly. And we will always be grateful that God sent him out adrift across the ocean of his creation to wash ashore in Esquimalt, move into our community, find space in our hearts, and adopt us as family. However, it is worth contemplating that we, including Bear, are in effect grateful to God for tribulation. To paraphrase Abdu'l-Baha, those who suffer most attain the greatest perfection. Is not gratitude in the face of trials and tribulation not the greatest proof of our faith? God bless you, Bear, and thank you, God, for the fire.
I have known Bear for as long as I have been a Baha'i. A few days after I had declared, Cor, who is our lovely cameraman today, took me to my first feast as a Baha'i in Central Saanich. And in the devotional portion of the evening, I recall sitting there and hearing this deep, warm voice coming from behind me, and it was saying something in a language that was unfamiliar to me at the time. And but although I didn't remember the words or understood what the words said meant, I do remember just feeling moved by the energy that it brought into the room, much similar to how Sandy eloquently put it at the beginning of this program. So at that moment, I couldn't help it. I spun around in my chair and looked behind me, and of course, it was our beloved Bear sitting there and sharing a prayer in his language. And this language he would make many efforts to teach me in the years to follow. Similar to what Galen was sharing, Bear always treated me like his little sister. He would often call me up on the phone and say, "Hey, Kit Kat, I've been praying for you." And that was the kind of guy I knew him to be. He blessed many an occasion by sharing a prayer like we heard at the beginning as well. And he was not only generous in his prayers, but also in the time that he spent sharing stories, sharing his language, and big belly laughs with whoever would sit with him. He was always generous in sharing his art too. Many of you sitting here today likely have seen or even have one of these little canoes that Galen's sharing or showing here. Hold it up there. Or paddles in your homes that Bear had carved. I know that I have seen this marker of Bear's presence in many Baha'i homes that I have visited over the years. Again, a testament to the loving generosity that was so characteristic of Bear. Another thread that was woven throughout Xekinekem's life that in the Baha'i community that I wanted to highlight was his deep love for youth. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the youth and the children that are here today. Thank you all for being here. I'm sure Bear would have loved to see all of you here. Our friend Ben put it this way: the Bear's work and support of the youth around him was felt strongly. He seemed to treat those younger ones with such dignity and respect, speaking directly to them eye to eye. Similarly, Pega told me that he had come to her junior youth groups on occasion, and that he was so honored and humbled to do so, which was so beautiful to see how much he respected those younger than him, even though he was the one with all the skills and experience. Before he passed, he had also made plans to carve twin totem poles that would represent the twin manifestations of God within the Bahá'í faith. And the idea behind these twin totem poles is that it would bring the youth from his community as well as from the Bahá'í community together to work on a service project. And that way he could pass on some of his knowledge of carving in his traditional and also not so traditional ways. He always said that he would get me on the chainsaw one day, and although I find the prospect quite terrifying, I hope to rev up at some point in his honor. There are other stories with Bear that I could share with you today, but I'll leave it with this closing thought. One thing that Bear had taught me from his language was that there's no word for goodbye. Instead, we just say hayakwa, which means see you later. And I encourage all of us here today to hold this teaching and let us not say goodbye to Bear, but rather hayakwa Bear. We will see you in the next world. And until then, may we all hold him in our memories, our prayers, and our hearts. Thanks, God.
That's good.
Find myself relying on you every step that I take. Beyond a doubt, I need you always, so I can make peace with my mistake. There is no end but an answer. Yes, I believe it to be true. So I'll rely upon forever. Embrace this life I've got with you. Ooh, I'm the pilot. Ooh, of my heart. Ooh, I know you love me, even when we're apart. I'm enamored with your greatness. I can't breathe without your touch. You know the devil deep inside of me. Pray he doesn't say too much. Eternally in the beginning, before the first flash of light, you knew your love for us and spread it all around. Now I hold on through the darkest night. Ooh, I'm the pilot. Ooh, of my heart. Ooh, Oh my God, oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily thou art their helper and their Lord.
This thing in the program is going to be a group song. Now you've been listening, and now you can sing.
Hello, everyone. We send our love. Today we're going to be singing, and we invite you all to sing the beautiful words, Alawapa. And Alawapa means God is all glorious. So in this beautiful sacred space, please join us. It's an easy melody, you'll catch on quickly. We'd like Bear Sam to come first.
First of all, everything that's taken place here this afternoon, I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful to see each and every one of you. A memory of my nephew, Bear, how he carried himself, who he was, who he done. The teaching he learned from his dad is always there. When I heard about this, I said I gotta come. Because Bear always talked about you people, how nice you were, how well you treated them. My friends, he said, they bring me some food to eat, so I'm grateful for that. You know, as we walk in life, that man in the white robe there, we walk, we thank the Creator. Aish Latito Siem, Eusquea, Lelatal with the Aish Equital with the Quantum Follow and Tito Siem, thanking the Creator every day of our life. We believe in something good. Our journey is people, each and every one of you. The choice, the gift. My mom always says when we're born with a choice. When we're born, we have a gift right here. And we have to look for that gift. Myself, I was a bad boy growing up. I liked my beer. But I turned to something good to help me. My children, so I could walk a little further with them. I joined the 1910 Indian Shake Their Faith, believing in something good. Look at the weather, look at this building. It resembles something good. And we're always grateful when we wake every day of our life. What are we grateful for? What are we thankful for? We look at that. Family right here. I'm thankful for my family. I always tell them, I talk to them, if we don't have family, where would we be? My great-grandchildren, my grandchild. I'm a pretty happy man about that. So I want to thank my family for being here at Metroville. I know you're busy with Wi-Fi. I know you like canoe pool, but you made your time here to be with wonderful people that are recognizing your brother. A celebration of life, they call it. So that's what we're doing here today, my friends. We're celebrating Bear Sam that walked, and his time was up. His time napped up at the Island Tumble. He went home to that beautiful place. And I'm grateful you recognize my nephew Bear. When we have a memorial, we bring the picture right around for everyone to see. That's our way. But this way is a little different. But I'm still grateful that you recognize my nephew. I will always be grateful. I'm going to sing a prayer song for my nephew today, if it's all right with you wonderful people. I'm going to ask my daughter Denise and Gail, Yvonne, to come up and help me. A prayer song. It's recognizing the Creator for what He can do for us. A prayer song my elder received in Xekineken, Abel Joe. He was a devoted Catholic, and he received this song, and he was thankful. That's why he called it the prayer song. For many things we enjoy in life, we're thankful. So this song is for my nephew Barry today, that he's going to recognize what has taken place here. He's going to recognize his family. Praise the Lord. Fake 1910s Indian Shaker faith would help me carry my life as I am today. If I didn't go to that faith, I don't know where I would be today. I'm thanking the Creator every day of my life. I put Jesus here. Let me talk with the exterior from upswell. Let me talk with the bottom big room. Hata area, Jesus yes. Praise the Lord. Bear used to come to my home and visit my son. Maybe twice a week, he'll stay for 4 days. And I love my son to say a few words about his cousin.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the people at this celebration. Remembering my brother Bear, I called him. We grew up together pretty well. And I'd like to thank everyone that's here. Come support this little get together that we're having. Remembering my brother Bear. And I'm so grateful to be here today. That this is a nice thing that put together here. And anyways, I just want to thank everybody for being here today. I'm happy to be here today. Yeah, thanks God. Thanks God.
Xekineken to the Stjelichuk, my friends Stjelichuk. I'm sure that my Shayat, who is my Shayat, this is my older brother, my older cousin, my Shayat, he's he's older. His dad was older than my dad, so they're the ones that are caretakers because they're still here and they're older than we are. So I have high respect for my shy bear when he used to come, because unfortunately I live with my brothers. So I had Bear, I had the comfort of Bear being in the house too for many days, and it was so, it was so great to see him because, he missed home. He missed Xekineken Bear. He missed being around family, but I'm glad that he was able to find his extended family in each and every one of you that are here today. I raise my hands up to all of you for being a part of his life, for taking him in and guiding him his way. He found his way with you as brothers and sisters. So I really appreciate that. I'll have long, loving care for each and every one of you that were a part of his life. Many thanks to my friend Nick and his dad John for always being there in the Esquimalt Bahá'í when we had to go and clean out his place. You were the ones that did that. You were the ones that were there for him to help take care of his things. And I really raise my hands up to all of you because I didn't get to be there at the end to see you finish the job. But I know your hard work that you put in to be there for him. I really appreciate that. So, hi, Xekineken.
Aici că Johanna se continua până job for 7 o'clock. I just introduced my traditional name as Xekineken. I come from Wajak, beautiful family here. I too want to present the Baha'i community for helping us stand together when the loss was a shock. That's usually when it's the hardest, is when it's a surprise. We knew Bear would have his struggles with his health, but we never expected him to leave us so soon. And probably that I remember most about Bear is the way he embraced us as his younger cousins. He had such a deep love for my little sister. Please keep her in your prayers. Her name is Tracy. She's waiting for a liver transplant. She wanted to be here, but her health gets compromised, so she can't be here today. But I think what I most remember is how brothers are kind of pokey all the time. He was like that with me and Tracy all the time. He called her Shadum's Pie. And that was his nickname for her. And I know that it's really hard on her to not be here today, but I just want you to please keep her name on your table, as well as my mom, Lila. She's had a lot of health struggles as well. So I believe in the power of prayer. That's the way that we were raised by my parents. The power of prayer, the power of family, the power of togetherness. And I really thank you for being a part of Bear's life. Bear liked his pretty girls too, eh? Always wanted one on each side. Have you ever seen pictures of him? He's always got a pretty girl on each arm. And I think what I'll remember most about him is our sporting lives together. He loved football. He loved to play soccer. He loved to play lacrosse. And I think that's what I'll take with me in my heart is all the times we spent at the fields and my mom and dad taking care of the whole team, cooking out of the back of their camper, driving everybody around. So those are my deep, loving memories I have. We don't call them our first cousins, they're like our brothers and sisters. We grew up with our brothers, so Xekineken.
I have good memories of Bear too. He always called me baby doll. Big doll, what are you doing? My house needs to be clean. You need to come over. And I tried to make it over there, and he was at home half the time. So I said I was there, but you weren't home. I have a lot of good memories of him. Lacrosse and Danny were so good at lacrosse. They were good players. Both of them worked together a lot in lacrosse and soccer and pulling. And it's all the good memories I got of him. So I love Bear Sam. Bear. I don't know how to mention his Indian name. My sister feel more than me, not me. I just miss him, and finally I can let him go to rest on his journey now. That's all I got memories of. Thank you to all of you people. I got to every one of you for supporting him and being there for him. He talked a lot about you know, how good you were and everything to him. And that's all I gotta say. Thanks, good to see you.
Okay, my friends, you heard the word from my family. How they loved Bear, who Bear was. In our way, we always recognize that. Family, love, embracement, prayer. And each and every one of you I know carry something special. You carry something good in your heart. So again, as an uncle, I recognize each and every one, and I want to thank you once more from the bottom of my heart for this day, a special day for my nephew. So I thought you to say these words. I'll give it back to the sister here. I thought.
I think there's one more person that would like to speak.
Hi, my name is Yvonne. My husband is, they call him Bill Taylor, but it's not his real name. It's a nickname he got when he was about 15 years old. Barry's name is, my brother is Bear Sam, and his older brother, Curtis Sam. The memories I have of Barry is he always used to come home and visit. And every time he'd get home, he'd come over and he goes, "Hey, sister," and walk in the house. And I had one rule in our house: you're not allowed to ask for food. If you don't get up and go and help yourself, especially if I'm cooking, I don't serve you, but you go serve yourself. "Hey, sister, love you." And he goes right into the kitchen. And he just, that was good, sister. I'm glad I come and visit. He'd sit down on the couch and have maybe an hour snooze, and then he'd get up, have another little snack. "I'll see you later, sister." That was the only rule I had in our house, because we had teenager boys and like the soccer team. I used to go to get up and after work, and I'd go to bingo, sneak off to bingo. I'd get back home and Barry would be sitting outside. And I'd go into my house, and the kids were about 15, 16 years old, and there's a whole bunch of them. They said, "Hi, Andy, love you." And I said, "I love you." And I'd go lock myself in the room. And I always cook lots of food all the time. So the kids all knew the same rule: you're not allowed to ask for food. If you ask for food, the answer is no. So you don't ask, you just go help yourself. But the story I needed to share, Barry came home. He went over to Uncle Dan's, and he was at Uncle Dan's for a couple of days, and he comes over, "Hi, sister," and he comes in, "I love you," and then he just walked right into the kitchen, and talking to me, he's asking me where Bill is, and my husband was at work. And I said, "Yeah, he's at work, I don't know what time, he's probably going to get home about 6:30, and he goes, "Oh, I want to go home, sister." And I said, "Oh, okay." And he didn't, he was saying, I'm going to go and sit with my group tonight. And, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "No, you don't understand. I have my church group. I'm going to go sit with my church group. I need to get home today. And he made sure that I brought him home so he could come home and sit with you. And that was what he came to tell me. He came and served up and then he says, oh, we'll take some home with me. He looked for a container, took some home. But he made sure that I drove him home to Esquimalt so he can go and sit with the church groups. I really needed to share that because that wasn't the only time he did that. It was either me or Uncle Dan, mostly Uncle Dan, he asked to drive him back home so he would be home on time to sit with his church group. And I really needed to express how much gratitude and love that I have for all of you. He really told me that he was at home with everyone when he was with you guys. And I thank you. Xekineken.
Well, you know, today we have, Bear has brought us together. So let's remember this. We've made pathways now, right, between our hearts. So let's keep that alive. I believe in prayer as well. I think everyone in this room does. And I know Bear did, because he would reassure me every time he spoke that he was praying for our daughter, who was very, very ill. And he would ask about her every time. And I believe that the power of prayer has brought her to health. And I know that his love was part of that. So I thank you as well. I wasn't going to do this, but we cry a lot in my family, so you've got to feel comfortable with that right now, okay? Like I said, we've had some stories and we've built some pathways of friendship and love between your family. We want you to know that we are here to stand behind you, hold you up through the future as well. And we're grateful to have had this opportunity. Thank you for coming, family. We would also like to offer refreshments, and we'd like to begin by serving the family, and then after that, please come and help yourself. We wanted to leave the mic open for later if there are others. I know there are others who have stories they want to tell. It can happen this way, that we get our refreshments and we sit back down. Those who can stay, and we can open the mic back up. But I think you've been sitting a long time now, and some people need something to drink. So we're going to close now our program, and some refreshments are going to be served to our family here, and then please come and help yourself. And thank you for coming.